Everybody, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Tammy Talks. All right, so we're here, Insecure Season 5, Episode 3, Pressure, okay? Before we get started, a huge thank you to everybody that has been rocking with me thus far. I hit 1,000 subscribers last night, so thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, you're watching this video, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, join the party, so that way you don't miss any of my videos from Insecure and all of the other shows that I do. But skip all that. Insecure is back. I feel like we can finally say that tonight to me finally felt like an episode of Insecure. It's about Lawrence and Condola. I know y'all got a million and one names for her. I just want to say the actress playing Condola, I forgot her name. She's annoying AF on here, on Insecure, and on 20s as Marie. So, ma'am, find a role where we're going to somewhat care about you because we're going to really stop liking you as a person. But let's get into it. So, the episode picks up where Lawrence is dropping off Issa at her apartment after picking her up from her Stanford class reunion when she breaks up with him. So he gets in the car and he just kind of drives off. We see him go to his apartment. Everything is already boxed up for his move to San Francisco. And then when the lights flip out, we see him wake up in this new apartment, which is nice. I said, okay, Lawrence, that looks nice. Real grown. Real grown. So he is working. He's in his job. I didn't catch the name of the building, but he's in his office building, and there's somebody that is pitching smart apparel to him. And their pitch was like, your house is warm, so your clothes should be, or something like that. And once they leave out, the executives, they all talk about who's willing to like pick up and take a chance on these people. Lauren said he is. He said he likes their analytics, he likes their marketing, he likes the niche that they're in. So he's gonna be the only one to like he sees something in them, he believes in them, he's ready to go work with them. So then we see Lawrence is out on a date. It's so bad. And I know we know Issa as awkward black girl. Lawrence is just as awkward, which is why they worked together, right? So he asked her, do you have siblings? And she was like, no, do you? He's like, no, no. Like, it was like a bad thing to have siblings. So then she asked if he is from LA. And he was like, no. I guess what kind of? Well, not really. I mean, I lived there for 8 years. And it's like, Lawrence, this is not that hard. She's asking you basic questions that you know the answer to. You know if you're from LA or not. Like, come on. So he said he likes San Francisco, but he's scared of the trolleys because some don't have doors. And he's scared that he's going to fall out and roll down the hill. And she was like, that's stupid. You lucky you cute because that's stupid. So Lawrence is like, I'll take stupid and cute. So I'm like, okay. The conversation is gonna at least get a little more sheesh, a little more maybe it'll flow a little more. Let's work on this. Let's not make dinner completely awkward. Lawrence gets a text message. He checks it and it's like, oh damn, my baby's being born. And the woman starts laughing. It was like, that would be hilarious, right? And Lawrence is like, no, I gotta go. So he leaves. He gets to the hospital, and he walks up to the like nurses attending the little desk, and the black guy was like, hold on. And Lawrence is like, no, my baby, hold on. So he like tells this other white nurse, this is one of yours. So the nurse comes up and she's like, congratulations, you must be the dad. You had a healthy baby boy. The mom did great, very little tearing, as if they're like a couple. And Lawrence is like taken aback because this nurse has just thrown everything at him. So he gets into the room and it's super awkward, super uncomfortable. When he walks in, it's her mother and her sister. Her sister is played by Keke Palmer. Keke really finessed herself into a role on Instagram. So it's Keke Palmer and Layla Rashawn, who is playing her mother. And they're kind of giving Lawrence the nigga, please. Look. So Condola tells Lawrence that the baby's name is Elijah Mufasa. And I said, what? So Lawrence didn't even get to help in picking the baby's name? And okay, maybe I should have went back and watched the end of season 4. But did Lawrence like say he didn't want to be involved? What? So I feel like I'm missing something. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I was like, damn. So Lawrence had no idea that the. I get her labor came quick, so we'll push that aside for now. But like Lawrence had no, like nothing. He didn't get to pick the baby's name at all. And I was like, okay. So Lawrence kind of hosts the baby, and we can see like him get extremely happy, and it's like, wow, I have a son. Meanwhile, Kiki is with the side eyes, and Condola is being like super, super awkward for whatever reason. So we see Lawrence is over at Chad's house because Chad is back. I hope Chad stays all episode. All season. So Chad is giving him some clothes to put on, and they have, little banter about how Lawrence is so much taller than Chad, so the clothes don't fit, yada, yada, yada. But Chad is telling Lawrence Lawrence is telling Chad how like he didn't get to pick the baby's name. He hasn't been involved in anything. He found out that the baby was coming via text message. And he's just kind of upset that they felt like they were acting like giving the baby his last name was like doing him a favor, as if this is not my child. So Lawrence is like, I want to be at all the doctor's appointments, and I'm telling her that, I'm staying, giving her the space that she needs or whatever, by staying here and not like over with her, kind of where he wants to be to see his baby. So they're at the doctor's appointment, and the doctor mentions that the baby has lost. A doctor mentions the baby's height and the baby's weight. Condola is like, oh, so the baby lost weight. Is it because I'm not making enough milk? And Lawrence is like, is there a milk problem? Because there's a milk problem. What can we do about the milk problem? And Condola is like, it's fine, I have it. And I'm going to tell you this, Condola, ma'am, no. No. This attitude, no. This is unnecessary. You're putting unnecessary stress on yourself right now that is unneeded. Now, I have never had a baby before. I am not a mother. However, I do know that you are supposed to remain stress-free because that baby is going to feed off your energy. Condola really worked my last nerve this entire episode. Lawrence too, but Condola had my nerve and was just juggling it the entire time. So the doctor is like, I guess, everybody awkward on the damn show. So the doctor is like, well, you have a very healthy baby. He'll get his weight back in another week. It's normal for babies to like lose weight, whatever. So then he's like, you have a healthy, good-looking baby. Because I've seen some ugly babies. There's a lot of ugly babies here. And I'm like, oh, doctor, I don't think you should be doing this. So when they get down, they're leaving the doctor's office, and Lawrence is walking Condola and the baby to the car. And Lawrence is like, so my mom asked about, getting the baby baptized, because like his soul, it's not good right now. It's not safe. His soul is wasting away. And Condola is like, yeah, I already made the plans. We're going to have it at this church that my parents go to and blah, blah, blah. We were going to text you the details. And Lawrence is like, so is this how it's going to be? Like, you're making all the plans, which, yeah, like, she picked the baby's name. She named the whole Mufasa. She named the baby without even giving him a chance to. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't ask his input. She has, like, made plans to, like, get the baby baptized. And he's just kind of like, I want to be involved. So Condola was like, well, you told me to keep you posted. So, and I feel like Condola took that out of context. And I am going to go back and watch that episode, but I don't think Lawrence was saying keep me posted on every single thing involving the baby. You know what I mean? Like, I think he said keep me posted because she didn't know what she wanted to do with the baby in general. But all right, Condola. So Lawrence is saying how he wants to come down every week because he wants to see the baby, and she kind of looked like irritated by that. It's almost like Condola does not want him involved. To be real, it's almost like she don't want him to be involved. Because remember, she like didn't want to be in a relationship. She wasn't even happy about having the baby or being pregnant. So it's her attitude is, ma'am. So we see Lawrence back at home, and he bought like a crib for the baby, and he kind of put together like a little nursery and like looks like his office for the baby, and it's so cute to see him be excited. And but I'm thinking that baby is never coming up there with you. You know it, I know it, and Condola knows it. So we're at the baby's baptism. And Lawrence's parents are saying how the baby only is not truly saved, just a couple drops on his forehead. They want that baby to be dunked, fully dunked. And they said, you know what, we'll just do it ourselves with our pastor and don't even worry about it. Lawrence goes up to Condola and act when her mother and her sister and ask them like, so let's talk about the holidays, let's get everybody together so the baby can, be around a lot of family. My parents want to spend some time with him. And then, I'm hoping to get him for a week, so my parents can spend more time with him and do all this other kind of stuff. Condola was like, a week? That's like a year. Lauren said, no, it's about a week. And again, it was giving me Condola like, does not want Lawrence around this baby. And it's weird. Condola, what's tea? Is this really Lawrence's baby or not? Is this really Lawrence's baby or not? Because you're being real about it. Girl, take the hell. This is his father. It's not like Lawrence is some random nigga off the street that's like on drugs or an alcoholic or anything like that. He is trying to be an involved father. I'm not going to do this with Condola. I guarantee you. So, we then see Lawrence back home, and he is on a conference call, and then he gets an alert that his flight to LAX is coming up. He looks at the luggage by the door and has to text Condola that he can't make it this weekend. And I said, not you being a deadbeat already? Oh Lord, Lawrence. See, I've been on your side the first part of this episode. I was here with you, Lawrence, and now you being a deadbeat. So Condola gets the text, and you can tell she's upset, but it's also kind of like, I knew this would happen. And she lets Kyra know, who does not like Lawrence, and she's just kind of like, I was looking forward to the massage and whatever. And Kyra was like, he doesn't even seem like a father. He's like an uncle that just comes to see the baby sometimes on the weekend. And I was like, that's what happens when you have a baby that lives in a different city. So Condola texts Lawrence about going to Tiffany and Derek's daughter, Simone, her first birthday party, and asks if they should go together. And I'm thinking, why? Why would y'all go together? And Lawrence asked her, you mean like with the baby? And she's like, yes. Again, why do y'all need to ride together and arrive as a couple? Why? Condola, stop it. Y'all can both go separately, and that's fine, because everybody knows y'all are not together. So they get to the party. Kelly walks up to them first wearing a tux. I said, why is she wearing a suit? And then Derek and Tiffany come up, and we see that Kelly is wearing a matching tux as Simone. And Derek was like, her attachment to my baby is very uncomfortable, but it's free babysitting. So Tiffany shows Condola where she can like put down, diaper bags and different things like that for the baby. And Lawrence asked Kelly, or actually Kelly said, you might have heard that I died 9 months ago. And poor baby was so confused. He was like, wait, what? Derek was like, she didn't. Kelly then goes on to say that she has given up drinking. Kelly is hilarious. She's given up drinking, but she is thriving. And I'm like, I got my eye on you, Kelly. Because I want to know, why did they even have you be fake dead the first episode? My eye watching you, Kelly. I want to know what's going on. So Lawrence asks, how is everyone? And Kelly said that everyone that she associates with, it's thriving in abundance. And that kind of meant Lisa's doing fine without you. So we didn't see Kelly take Kelly's cousin is dressed up as Pepper Pig, not Peppa, because of what she say, like copyright issues. He over there on his phone texting, and we've all seen these videos of these people at these black parties, and they get like their cousin or somebody to dress up as Elmo or Big Bird or whoever, and they just do the most. So Kelly gives a speech. It starts off by saying she does not like kids because their tiny hands and their tiny feet remind her of demons. But Simone is an angel amongst demons. I said, Kelly. But you know what? That's perfectly and completely on brand for how Kelly would give a toast. So we take it. And then we see Kelly's cousin is like laying in like one of the kiddie pools, like super high, like smoke everywhere. So, the baby starts crying, so Condola like jumps to take care of him. Lawrence was like, I got it, probably just needs a bottle. He comes back. Lawrence comes back, and the baby has, it looks like something orange on his face. Now, I thought it was frosting. I was going to say, I know damn well Lawrence didn't give that newborn frosting. But Lawrence said that he gave the baby some of the mashed up food that was on the table. And I said, we need a time frame. How old is this baby? So Condola was like, we have not given that baby, we have not given that baby solids yet. There's a way to introduce it. And Lawrence is on that type that is like, I gave it to the baby. He had it. Whatever, it's fine. Deal with it. And I'm like, no, Lawrence. Again, Lawrence, I'm trying to be on your side in this situation, but Jesus, what are you doing? So Condola is over it. And she was like, give me the baby. Y'all, my heart was like skipping a beat because they're tussling. Kind of tussling back and forth. I said, if y'all fling that little baby, if y'all fling that little nigga, I am going to lose my shit. Lawrence bumps the table. Now we got gifts falling. And Derek comes over and was like, let me talk to you, bro. Let me talk to you. Condola takes her baby and walks away. And Derek is like, what are you doing? You don't always have to react. You don't have to act out. And Lawrence is saying how he is tired of basically Condola not making him feel like he's the father. Like he's trying to be there. He's trying to do all this stuff. And Derek is like, that's great. Find a different way to be there, but adding stress to this situation, the baby is going to feel that energy, which is what I said earlier. Me and Derek on the same page. The baby is going to feel that energy. So the last thing you want to do is y'all are always arguing and fussing around him. So Lawrence is like, fine, whatever. So then we see a split screen of how their lives pretty much are. So we see Lawrence is out, popping champagne with clients, and he's on dates and having sex and, living life. Meanwhile, we see Condola. She's trying to get the baby together. The baby is crying, and like life is just very, very different for the two of them. It's just very, very different for the two of them. And that is typically what happens when parents are separated like that and the baby lives with the mother. So Lawrence is on his way to go pick up Elijah. I'm assuming he was going to stay in like a hotel with the baby for a couple of days so they can have some alone time and bond. He's crying when he gets there, and Condola is just like this is his fussy time. So Lawrence grabs the baby. The baby starts to quiet down a little bit, but he's fussy. So Condola is like, give me the baby back. And Lawrence is like, I've had him for like 2 seconds. Relax, I can do it. And this is where shit skyrockets, okay? So Laura Condola then says she does not want the baby to go. She doesn't think the baby should go, and she walks out the room. And Lawrence is like, "What are you talking about? I'm his father. Like, I'm not a stranger. What are you talking about?" Condola then says, "I don't trust you." And I said, there it is. There it is. And this is also so important why you have to be careful who you have a baby with. You have to be careful who you choose to lay the fuck down with and have a baby, because this situation that we're seeing on Insecure is what is the outcome when you have sex with somebody and y'all are not together. But again, Condola, if we remember, did not want to be in a relationship with Lawrence. Lawrence thought they were in a relationship. Condola was just trying to get a nut. And so now you're stuck with a baby with someone that you want. If I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, Condola was not excited about being pregnant because I think she had like a miscarriage or something before, or an abortion, but she did not initially want that baby. And then now you're having a baby with somebody that you really don't want to be with as in a relationship, and two, you didn't really care to have a baby. So Condola's life is a mess. Do we feel sorry for Condola? No. So Lawrence says that it's stressful for him as well, this entire situation. And Condola said it's stressful for you. You moved away knowing I had a baby on the way. And Lawrence kind of tells her, yeah, I moved away to a job that I had before you blew my life up. And I said, blew your life up? Ooh, Lawrence. So, Condola then calls him a part-time dad and said that he doesn't even bother to check in to see about the baby for different things. He doesn't bother to check in about the baby's swim lessons. He doesn't bother to check in. The baby was sick. She had to call Tiffany to take her and the baby to the hospital. And Lauren said, "Why didn't you call me, nigga? Because you were in San Francisco and I'm in LA." Well, I mean, one, yeah, she should have called him if the baby needs to go to the doctor. But I'm sorry, but you're not going to be the first call. I'm going to call somebody that's here in the city that can go with me. So for that argument, I understand both sides of the situation. But I'm still more so Condola on that side, because I'm not going to call you and you have to get on a flight to be here when I can call Tiffany, my homegirl, I think her soror, who can ride with me and go with me to the doctor, who is also the mother of a child. So Tiffany has just gone through this. Tiffany is a great support system. So then Lawrence said that, you know what, he will see his son and be with his son one way or another. He's going to do whatever he has to do. And so Condola is kind of like, what does that mean? And I said, Condola, you know what that means. You're not dumb. It means that if he has to take your ass to court to get joint custody because you're really not being cooperative right now, that's what he's going to do. And Condola, you know that. And she gets the scared look over her face. And I'm like, girl, don't be scared now. You have made this situation into the way that it's going right now. You created this argument right now. Condola, you did. So she tells Lawrence, get the fuck out of my house. I said, I know that's right. Kick his ass out. You ain't gonna be talking to me crazy in my house. I know that for one and two. So Lawrence is on his flight, and you can tell that he's like on his laptop. And I thought that the camera was going to pan and show him like looking up lawyers. And I was going to say, well, you serious, ain't you? But he closes his laptop, and then there's terrible turbulence on the flight. I do not like flying, y'all. I will, but I do not like flying whatsoever. So that turbulence, and we see him put his seatbelt on, and the way that plane was rocking, and the flight attendant was getting tossed to and fro. I said, Lord, I hope this plane don't like go down. What is going on? And you can see just the fear in Lawrence's face, like them eyes got glossy, and I'm like, I know, because I've been on a plane with like trash turbulence like that, and it's nerve-wracking. It is scary. It's unsettling. So we see Lawrence get back home and he is looking at the crib and stuff, and all he wants is to spend some time with his baby. That's it. So he calls Condola, or she calls him, we're not sure. And he tells her this is not working. So what are we going to do? I don't know if they're going to have Lawrence leave his job and move back to LA. I don't know if they're gonna start splitting time with the baby. I don't know. I really have no idea how that is going to go, but I'm super, super, super interested to see how this particular storyline is going to pan out, because this is a mess. This is why Issa did not want to be with you, on top of the fact, Lawrence, that you live in a different city. Wow. What an episode. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up the video. Jump in the comments, y'all. I don't know whose side I was on with this. I don't know if I'm on Condola's side or if I'm on Lawrence's side, because I feel like they both were making really good points for different at different times for different things. So hop in the comment section. Let's talk about it. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.